welcome to my channel. On this channel, I will talk about any challenges that I come up with for my fitness or improving myself in general. So today we're going to talk about a very cool app that I've been using called ROMWOD. You can see it, that's the logo. So today I'd like to share 3 things that I love about the app and 3 things that I'd like to see from the app. And this is my review of the ROMWOD app. So hang tight, smash the like button, and please subscribe if you want more content about taking on challenges to become a better person. ROMWOD stands for Range of Motion Workout of the Day. And we can already see there that calling something a workout of the day, a WOD, is indicative that this is coming from the CrossFit community. So the primary audience of ROMWOD is generally from the CrossFit community. And that means that the movements which ROMWOD tends to cater to are coming from CrossFit's different types of movements, which is pretty far and wide. So that's good for the general public. If you're not a CrossFit enthusiast, you can still figure out what workouts you do and how to apply ROMWOD to help you recover and to increase your mobility. So ROMWOD uses static stretching for long periods of time. So in general, each ROMWOD episode, workout of the day, will include 3 to 4 different movements, and then you hold them for a long period of time on each side perhaps, and then it's over within 20 minutes. Once a week, ROMWOD will have programmed a longer session, which is up to 45 minutes, and this includes holding the movements for even longer periods of time and really working on allowing your body to almost fall into the movements that you're trying to do because you're becoming more comfortable with them and allowing the muscles to stretch. Static stretching has been contentious for the past few years, and these studies seem to indicate that if you're allowing your body to have a greater range of motion, it takes specific training to adapt to this new range of motion. So that's been one controversial issue going on with ROMWOD. So in this video, I'm not going to get into whether static stretching works or not, but I wanted to do a review of the app as I've seen it and let you know if I think it's worth buying it or not, depending on the results I've seen and how I use it. So let's get into the first reason why I love this ROMWOD app. The first reason is that the app focuses on breathing during the static holds of the stretches, which really allows you to reach the parasympathetic nervous system and allows the body to reach homeostasis and also to decrease the heart rate after a stressful period. So I want to get more into this and tell you more about it when I do Wim Hof 10-week challenge, and I'll talk more about what the parasympathetic nervous system means and how it can help us recover from our workouts or life in general. So one thing that's good about WOOP is that it tracks your behavior as well and tries to give it a quantitative score to see how much it helps with your recovery. So for example, if I look at stretching, and I only say that I'm stretching if I've done a ROMWOD, and for now you can see here that stretching helps to increase my recovery by 7%. That's actually a lot, and it can make the difference between really good sleep or not. And I think the breathing has a lot to do with it because you're accessing a little bit more of your parasympathetic nervous system. So the next reason why I love the stretching app is that they have different options for the time duration. And for busy people like myself who has a full-time job, training 4 to 5 times a week, and really can't always focus on recovering through stretching, I am working hard to incorporate these habits into my life. And with ROMWOD, you can either choose to do the 20-minute version, or once a week the 45-minute version, or you can always pick a shorter version that's almost that's about 2/3 or 1/2 of the time of the regular scheduled WOD. So the third thing that I love about ROMWOD is that it's really easy to incorporate it as a habit in your life. The workout of the day is posted a week ahead, and they release all the workouts for the week, so you have access to them any hour of the day that you're gonna do it. And therefore it's easy to just open up the app when you're ready to do the range of motion workout of the day and click start. You can do it either from the app on your phone or computer on their website if you log in. The second part is that they have the duration option that we talked about, so you can still get your range of motion workout in even though you might not have the full 25 minutes or 45 minutes. Then another thing is that there's a huge library of past workouts to choose from, so you can cater it to yourself and decide what you want to stretch that day. Another reason why it's easy to make it a habit is because they actually track when you've done it, so you can see how many days in a row you can keep your streak up, or how many days per month you actually did ROMWOD stretching. So this is awesome. You can tell that I really like the app, but there's some things that I would really think that it would improve the app if we could see it. And the first of those 3 things is that I would really love to see more paths being created. So a path is something that ROMWOD has created. For example, when you just start ROMWOD, you can take the so-called beginner's path, and it's going through with some extra teaching to really make sure that you understand the core movements that ROMWOD has within their workouts. And this means that there's a general theme, and then there's a video that you do day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and so on. So I've always had trouble with my overhead mobility and would like to increase the range of motion there. So I would love a path that takes me through maybe even a couple weeks of a overhead focused mobility path. A second thing that I would love to see in ROMWOD would be some way of tracking your improvements. You improve what you measure. And I think that's something that ROMWOD lacks, because I've been using ROMWOD for a few years now, and I have no real indication of how my mobility was when I started. That would make it easier for me, because otherwise I will need to take those measurements by myself and really keep track of how it helps me. But I think this is a way that ROMWOD could really improve in helping people find the range of motion that they're looking for. And a third thing that I'd like to see in the app is that then if they have a self-assessment or creating some kind of metric for what range of motion you need to work on most, sort of identifying what the weaknesses are so that you can really improve your movement patterns, then they could create a specific plan for their client, and that client can then go through the plan that was created for them within the library of more than 1,500 workouts to really hit the target area. And I talked about my example of wanting to work more on my overhead range of motion. So that would be really something that I would look forward to, is taking the self-assessment, identifying that either I'm right about that the range of motion is an area that I need to improve, or maybe it's something else. But whatever that weakness is that I need to improve, then I'll be able to follow the different paths and really focus on that area. So there's a bunch of different other things that I love about the app that I did not mention today. After you heard the 3 things I love about the app and the 3 things that I think and the 3 things that I'd like to see, I'll put a link to ROMWOD in the description below. I'm in no way sponsored by them. I just wanted to make a review of something that has helped me in my life. Please leave a comment below if you've ever used ROMWOD and what you think about it. And I hope to see you soon as I create my next video for the next challenge. So again, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I can't wait to talk to you again.